Hi, my name is Mika, and today I want to tell you about a fascinating story of reincarnation. It began in a quiet neighborhood of Delhi, India. In 1930, Shanti Devi was born a healthy, ordinary child. Her parents, like any others, expected a normal childhood filled with laughter, school, and family. But by the time she was 4 years old, Shanti began saying things that made her parents stop in their tracks. At first, they dismissed it as childish imagination. She would speak of a home she had never been to, describe streets she had never walked, and even name people she had never met. But the details were precise, specific, and repeated consistently. She claimed, without hesitation, that she had once lived in a city called Mathura, more than 100 miles away from her home, and that her husband's name had been Kedarnath. She spoke of her husband with familiarity and intimacy, recounting conversations, quarrels, and moments from a life she had supposedly lived years before. Her parents were puzzled, but the story didn't stop there. Shanti described her former home with astonishing accuracy: the layout of rooms, the furniture, even the arrangement of personal belongings. She pointed out the exact location of hidden objects, things that no child could possibly have known without ever having visited. Word spread quickly. By the time Shanti was 5, neighbors and local authorities were aware of her claims. Skeptics dismissed it as coincidence, an elaborate lie, or even attention-seeking behavior. But her memories were too precise to ignore. A commission was formed, led by Mahatma Gandhi himself. They traveled to Mathura to investigate Shanti's claims. What they found was remarkable and chilling. When brought to the city she insisted she had once lived in, Shanti identified her former home immediately. She recognized the house, even the neighbors, and recounted intimate details about the family she claimed to have been a part of. The investigation went further. When introduced to Kedarnath, her former husband, Shanti greeted him with familiarity, addressing him by name. She recalled events that no child should possibly know: the layout of his house, the names of his children, the personal quirks of family members. Every detail she mentioned matched reality. Skeptics tried to find alternative explanations. Perhaps someone had told her stories. Perhaps she had overheard family conversations. But Shanti had been 4 years old when these memories emerged, too young to have absorbed such intricate information from external sources. And the people who had known her in her past life confirmed details she could not have learned from anyone alive. By the age of 6, Shanti's story was widely documented, studied, and debated. Scholars, psychologists, and journalists questioned everything they knew about life, death, and consciousness. Could memory persist after death? Could a soul or identity carry over into a new body? Shanti's testimony suggested that perhaps it could. Her claims were not a passing phase. They persisted into childhood, with her describing her past life in detail, correcting people who misremembered facts about her former family, and insisting on knowledge of places and events she could never have learned in her current life. The Shanti Devi case remains one of the most compelling reincarnation cases ever documented. It was investigated, recorded, and debated by authorities and scholars of the time. And while skeptics offer explanations rooted in coincidence, cryptomnesia, or suggestion, the facts are difficult to dismiss entirely. A young child recalling a life she had never lived, with details verified by people who knew the previous life firsthand. Even today, decades later, the story continues to fascinate. Shanti Devi's memories challenge our understanding of identity, memory, and the boundaries between life and death. Her case leaves us with one lingering, haunting question: if memory and personality can survive death, if the self can somehow return, what does it tell us about life itself, and how fragile our assumptions about reality really are? Shanti Devi lived a long life, but the story of the girl who remembered her past continues to echo in India, around the world, and in the minds of anyone who hears it. Because some mysteries are not meant to be solved, some are meant to be felt, lingering like a whisper at the edge of understanding, daring us to question everything we think we know about life, death, and what comes next. If you liked this video and want more unhinged but true stories, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Until next time.